The sun is shining, and spring can be seen all over the Brooklyn College campus. But there's trouble in paradise. For more on the story, here's Victoria Pavlova.
Flowers are blooming and birds are singing in the community garden. It is a pretty addition to the campus. Who would think there would be a controversy?
I thought that was a crap hole, behind West Quad, that little dirt patch thing.
When I walked in, I was so shocked because it was so beautiful, and I was like, oh my God, it's like a hidden gem at Brooklyn College.
There is a battle between the gardeners and school officials over the 13-year-old garden tucked on the edge of the athletic field. It will soon to be cut in half to expand the field to meet federal standards for women athletics.
We have Title IX requirements where we have to have gender parity in sports. So we have to have the same number of sports for women as we have for men. If we don't make the field big enough for women's softball, we'd be violating Title IX.
It means 3/4 of the garden will have to go, and that leaves students and community gardeners with a tiny space to work with.
If it does get reduced to that space we looked at earlier, that 2,500 square feet, I just don't see how they can do, there won't be room for as many community members as there are now, and there won't be room for any college programs or any expansion unless the beds are really tiny.
At a recent community meeting, people were outraged. They think the college is cutting down the garden to create more parking spots. They argued to keep the garden the way it is now.
I don't think it justifies destroying the garden. I think it would be possible to find parking elsewhere.
If you reduce the size of the garden from about 7,000 square feet now to 2,500 square feet, then you're going to dramatically limit the kinds of things that you can do in the garden.
And despite opposition, the college plans to demolish the garden soon, and all the talking will not save the garden.
The field is going to go ahead because we need to do that for the softball team and soccer. We need to have the field, we need to move the parking where it currently is, which is where part of the garden is.
The gardeners want to keep digging and planting, and they hope they will find another place on campus. And despite all the controversy, even at a rainy day like this, there is still something special about this garden. Now, the challenge for the gardeners is to find a new place to grow. Brooklyn College, Victoria Pavlova.